at the beginning of her career what people hope to aspire to get to at the end of their career. That's where she started. Went to Chicago, went to LA. I have been stalking you apparently. I do all this stuff. You have to research you.
This is kind of getting creepy.
Jann's going to come up, do a little spiel, and be the good journalist that you are, and be ready with some questions like, how cute is Brad Pitt in Club Plus, and things like that, or, you know.
I thought you said in clothes.
In clothes or out of clothes. You know, the other thing that is really interesting about Jann is that she has this amazing career and a lovely husband who has been with her, what, 25 years? Right?
Well, we've been together, I don't know.
27.
27, married 21.
21. Yes.
I was going to say 22.
It's usually the guys that forget.
But it feels like 22. No.
So, you know, not only does she have this fantastic career, but she also has a family and a husband and a mom who still likes her.
Yeah.
She still calls her mama. So this is, you know, she's one of those people that if you want to know how to succeed in this business and actually make it work and have a family and be successful and have a career, there you go.
Okay, now the truth. No. Thank you. Oh my God.
No, I'm Megan.
Megan KOMU, have you watched her? Thank you very much.
Some of these are my students.
Okay, journalism school, graduate, as you all know. So, yes, thank you very much. You do well. First, may I congratulate all of you for being at the finest journalism school in the world. Good choice. Give yourselves a hand, okay? This place, there are a lot of people who have gone into this business that don't care. And I think that's how I established great relationships. Was that when I sat down to interview someone, they were the most important person in the world at that moment. Nobody else was more important than that person that I'm talking to. And that also, and they can tell. They can tell. They may not be able to put their finger on it, but there's a reason that they're opening up to you. There's a reason that you're getting that great interview, and that's because they care. You know, I mean, let me tell you, I'm a nerd. Nerd all the way through. Trust me, I didn't know how to dress like that. I mean, I've had to learn everything along the way. I am a prude. You know, I didn't have one beer at the zoo. I went to Harpo's twice. You know, I know, weird. And so when I'm going to sit down with someone, and they've been through rehab, I don't know how many times. Leif Garrett, you don't know him. Oh my God. Big teen idol, singer, got his money at 16. You know, crash burn, heroin, crash burn. You know, could you go in there like you had it all? Blah, blah, blah. No, you sit down. This is a person. This is a human being. Do I have anything in common with him? Very little, except we're both human beings. He's going to tell me a story. I cared. Do I agree with it? With how he's held, you know, what's happened? Do I, you know? So I think that also you can establish a fair amount of quick credibility, relationship building, if you honestly care and are interested. You know? Even if you want to.
The one thing that you haven't mentioned is you are very tenacious.
Oh, do you think so?
Very tenacious.
Yes.
I'll second that.
Yeah.
And the reason I would give as an example, one of the all-time great stories that Channel 8 ever covered, which you initiated, and it was very difficult for you to get it through the system. The story about people in Missouri fox hunting in pickup trucks. Tell them what you did with that story.
We had actually been out on another story, and somebody had mentioned, you know, well, you ought to come out and cover our fox hunt. And I had actually ridden horses as a teenager, and I thought, oh, how lovely. You know, the Moonhorn, I didn't know we did fox hunting in Midmo. And it's mostly Western riding, but perhaps there are some people who ride English or even side saddle. And they have the hounds, and we'll go across the mist of the field, and we'll cover fox hunting in Midmo. What a fabulous kicker story this could be for New Sarah. They said, yeah, we do fox hunting in our pickup trucks. And I was like, wow, that's a better story. You know, that's a better story. And some of the people who did this didn't necessarily think that they didn't necessarily want us covering them. Because, you know, needless to say, pickup trucks, you know, get a little more damage than a horse would be doing. But they actually would do this every year, and they would do it, it was all approved, and it was at my favorite place, favorite name of any place anywhere in the world, the Hungry Mother Wildlife Preserve. Anybody do a story yet out of the Hungry Mother Wildlife Preserve? Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out. First of all, I have a picture of me, and Jeff Burton standing by the sign and said that.
I think you've forgotten a significant piece of the background.
Oh, please tell me, perhaps
I wasn't
I
going to mention that.
Go!
No,
Oh no! Maybe I've blotted it out of my memory.
you pitched that story to me
No!
as your final project in 101.
I did?
And you pitched it just like you pitched it there. You know, the hats and the horns.
You're consistent.
Not new. And
Not news, not
I
news.
said, what element of news is this? You said, human interest. And that's the immediate words that I used to reject any story I did. I said, give me an element of news this is, and you couldn't come up with one. And then after you did the story at Channel 8, which I might add was a very good story, you came back to my office and went,
Okay, a little tenacious and... That wasn't diva behavior, was it? That wasn't allowed. You're going to be sent out on assignments. I would think at times when there is no time to do your research. So that's when you have to know how to ask questions that don't reveal that right away, anyway, until you've gotten at least a few Q&As out, and then they'll... Because there are times that it's going to be obvious you don't know, but if you, again, show that genuine interest, okay, then they're going to give you a break.